So now let's go for the main and beginning of the project. You know, before we talked about it in brief, but now we want to just talk about it completely. You know, actually we have three icons in the names of Open, Append, and Merge. Three tools that are really helpful for you. Open is there, and Append and Merge, we have them here. You know, generally we try to open the files by open here, yes? That I've told you before that. So let's go for a structural design NWC format. So you might in your project want to just add some different items like, for example, mechanical structures like channels, I don't know, sewage, or just you might have a very big project and you have different files for every one of them. We can add the rest of them like architecture or mechanical structures by Append. So up to here we understood that Open is for opening the files. I will use Append to associate the other files together. And again, Append here some different formats. You just, if you click on each of them, each one, it will create different formats for you. You know, the default file, if you open it, the untitled file will be opened here. And it means it hasn't got saved up to now, and it just offers you to save the file. So let me choose on save icon and just with this format, just let me choose a name for it in the name of, for example, federated file. And then save it. You can see the name of file here. So I will open the file by file and I've just added by Append. Let's work on Merge now. The tool of Merge, which is really important icon here, we can say this is a very intelligent icon in Navisworks. It will let the users to enter every information they want without any shapes and geometry into the software. And as you can see, if you open it, it has all of the formats as before. But if you open it, it will just support NWD better than other formats. But why? Please assume that you're working on a very big project for yourself, and the manager of that project wants to create an NWD file. So we will talk about this window completely in future. Let me just click on OK. And here, let me just create a folder in the name of NWD. And for example, I will name it user-A. And then I will save it. In fact, I will create an NWD file. So again, I will create a new one. Let me click on OK. And this time I will name it user-B. And then I will save it. Then again, I will create another publish. I will call it user C. So I created 3 users and 3 files. So imagine that you're going to send the files for different people now. But for example, they want to work on the files. For example, I want to just open a file, and here I want to just choose NWD, and I want to open user A. And after that, for example, I will go on viewpoint. Yes, and for example, I want to have a measurement. We have different ways actually. For example, I just measure here until here, and then I convert to markup that I can see a viewpoint there. Then I will choose another one. I want to just measure the height of balcony here. And just, yes, I created that. Just let me go on this view and I make a cloud here. So I have 3 views now, 1, 2, and 3. And then I will save it. It means I want to save that. So let me open it again. And let me open users B. For example, that person is living in another country, company, or it has another system. There is no difference. It is just working. Then let me come here. Let me open Clash window here. and I go on add test. Let me just choose structural file, and then mechanical structure. I want to just test it. For example, I just in a structural file, I can go on beams, for example, column and structural framing. Let me choose this one, these two ones, and then I will go here, these two ones. Okay, and then I will run the test. Just it will show me some interferences. And then I will save it. And I will open the file, for example, user C. For example, that person has to do something about timing or everything like that. So let me come here and open timeline, for example. And then here I will select by layer, for example. Actually, it is by default of the software. You see, like this. Okay, so I will save it too. So when all of these actions are done, these users again will send their files to you. Or maybe the manager who is working on the main project. So the question here is, how can that manager bring all of the items and files here? He can get help by merge. It will choose merge. It will go on the address that it was. It will choose users A and open the file. As you can see, we have the information here. Like this. And again, merge. We go on merge if we want to just choose a file. And then, for example, I will choose users B and C. So by this way, very easy, you can switch them. And if you go on timeline here, for example, actually you will have this ability here. It means that one person or some people have worked on them and just you're merging them on each other.